Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray, and thank you for watching. Today we are talking about Re:Zero Season 2, Episode 19. Or, let me pull it up here. Let's see. Re:Zero Season 2, Part 2, Episode 6. So we're 6 episodes in, and Amelia finally beats the first trial. We only had to go through 19 episodes of season 2 for her to beat the trial. There's too many things. I think that's what my only issue is with Re:Zero is the plot progression is fine, the speed and pacing is fine, but I think there's just too much going on at the same time. There's like 19 different plot points. And that it just kind of confuses me. I forget where, some mundane information that happened season 1, episode 2, and then it affects everything else in the rest of the season, and I'm sitting here like an idiot, like, duh, what's happening? I'm going to throw some pictures in, I think, this time, because Fortuna does die in the episode, which I kind of expected that to happen anyway. Betelgeuse, or Geese if you prefer, he is the one that actually ends up killing her because Pandora uses her abilities in order to make Fortuna look like her. So he thinks he's attacking her, when in reality he's attacking Fortuna and ends up killing her. So he just killed the love of his life, and that is what ended up driving him into madness. And he just keeps saying love, 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 love over and over again, like we saw him in season 1 when he was, kind of batshit out of his mind crazy. And it's ridiculous. So the thumbnail I'm going to have, obviously, you're going to see that probably now-ish. Fortuna being killed, and then I'll have a picture of Betelgeuse up as well, going insane. So basically what Pandora's goal is, for whatever reason, we don't know what the seal is when it opens, so there's another plot point that we're going to have to figure out at one point in time. But little Amelia, and Amelia now, has the ability to have the key, because apparently she is Stelia's daughter, the witch's daughter, which we find out in this episode for a fact. And she has the key to open this seal, but we have no idea what this seal does. If it's a world of darkness and destruction when it's opened. We don't know what the seal is for, what the seal does, and I'm sure we'll figure out at some point in time. Pandora is going to come to the present at some point in time. So is the serpent, and so is the rabbit. They're going to come back at some point in time too. The serpent is currently still in the frozen forest. Amelia is the one that froze everything. We see how extremely powerful even little Amelia was. She killed Pandora probably like 5 or 6 times over and over and over again, trying to kill her, because Pandora is the reason that her mother, or aunt rather, whatever you say, died. And this is why, it took so long for Amelia to complete the first trial, because she was seeing somebody that she thought was her mother dying. She wasn't exactly 100% sure of the memories, and it just frigging wrecked her. So now, going into the part where she froze her entire village, Fortuna's dead, not coming back. Betelgeuse is now dead, not coming back. Pandora's going to come back at some point because she wants that seal to be open. So at some point in the near future, we are probably going to have to go into that forest and figure out that whole situation there. We don't even know how it's even possible to kill Pandora, because she can do like a time thing where she reverses time for a couple of seconds, or moves. We're not fully sure how her powers work, but she seems like she is the strongest character thus far. She may not be physically strong, but she is almost is unkillable, rather. It's physically impossible to kill her for whatever gift that she received from the witch as a bishop, because she herself is a bishop as well. They call her a witch. Maybe she gained the title of witch, but who knows? Pandora is not somebody you ought to mess with. It's like the definition of a small dog. They look cute, but sometimes they can be really nasty. It's just something that looks cute, but is freaking terrible. This leads Amelia to try to kill her multiple times, and then she freezes everything, and then ends up freezing herself in the process. And then we kind of know the rest of this. Puck comes along and finds her at some point in time. And she completed the first trial. So one trial down. And Kidna says that she's not going to have an issue with the second or third trial. So hopefully those go by fairly quick and don't take an additional 19 episodes, because if they do, it's just going to feel really, really dragged out. It's already feeling dragged out for me right now. I like the episodes. I don't have a major complaint other than maybe there's too much going on, which is why I think it's throwing me off a little bit. The past couple of episodes, I feel like we should have wrapped this up 4 episodes ago, in my opinion. But, I mean, there's a lot of information in there. It's kind of like reading a Stephen King book, if you're familiar with Stephen King and his horror books. There's a lot of information in there, and it takes you forever to read, and some of it is just like, okay, I'm reading this whatever nonsense for like 150 pages until we get back to a point where I actually care about the story again. I feel like it's a little bit like that, but at the same time, that most of this information is fairly important, so it's a little bit of a gray area for me. So after Amelia's done completing the trial, Subaru is talking to a couple of the copies. We got Ram there, and Garfield, Otto, etc. Main group is there, and she tells them the purpose of the sanctuary in the first place, which I don't think we actually know yet, so we're probably going to figure out the purpose of the sanctuary next episode, which leads Subaru to take all of Garfield and Otto to Rosewall, and basically tell him to surrender. He has lost, he already mashed up the board because Otto was never there. So Otto is kind of his trump card because Otto seems so insignificant, but now he's an important character. So there's really nothing that Rosewall can do because Otto wasn't in any of his predictions. So that's kind of where we're left. On a side note, though, banger introduction, great intro. We finally got an intro 6 episodes in. Thoroughly enjoyed the music. And we got some outro music as well. We didn't get an actual outro or preview for the next episode, really. And it was 29 minutes long. So, I mean, you're still looking at a 28 to 27-minute long episode. So they're definitely doing a fan service there by making the episodes as long as they are. But I think they almost have to because there's just so much information. You need that extra, 7 minutes, 8 minutes in order to get all of that in there for the season. We still got several episodes left. What do we got? 5 episodes left at this point. So Amelia's probably going to beat the other 2 trials. Sanctuary is going to be free. And that's probably where we're going to end off. We're probably going to see Pandora, I'm guessing, show up at the very, very end of the season. I don't think we're going to see her in the present, the next episode or 2. I don't foresee that happening. But my guess is we're going to free the sanctuary, possibly go back to the mansion, maybe not, because Roswell may call off the assassin. And then we're probably going to the forest in order to do that thing, So Stalia's probably going to be on hold until we kill Greed, until we kill Pandora, and then until we kill also the multiplying rabbit and the serpent. So I think we got 4 people that need to die before we get on to Stalia. So Stalia's probably sitting on the back burners for a while. And then we'll probably slowly see Subaru also, get his sloth abilities, and maybe he'll slowly go insane too. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. So I think this is going to wrap it up. 8 out of 10. Great episode overall. Finally happy. I'm very content that Amelia finally beat that trial. We got to learn a little bit more about her past. We got to learn Betelgeuse's story wrapped up pretty well. We understand why he went insane, because he killed the love of his life. That's definitely a very saddening thing to see. But that's, I think, where we're going to end it. So thank you for watching. My name is Steve Gray. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and let me know down in the comments what you would like me to do for future anime and cartoon related videos. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.